Hello everyone. It is Wednesday night at 7 p.m. I just ate. I didn't start this vlog yesterday. I don't know why. It was just a day and I just didn't feel like it. But I'll let you know what I'm doing. Okay, so last night, I read a little bit. Okay, I started reading this. Okay, and so it's a graphic novel, and the premise of this is that, like, something came into, like, fairy tale land and, like, kicked everyone out of fairy tale land into real land. And so this is meant to be modern day, but I think it was written in, like, a long time ago, like in 2002 or something. So, like, nearly 20 years ago. But anyways, so it's in New York. And so you have the fairy tale characters, the ones that are human looking, live amongst the humans, and the ones who don't live like on a farm somewhere. And they kind of have a little bit of their own government and their own police, at least what I've seen anyways. But I'm going to DNF it. I read 2 volumes. There are 10 in this bind-up. If you're on Goodreads with me, I can't find this version in Goodreads. I'm using a version that says that it has volumes 1 to 5 in it. This one, at the beginning, there's like an intro page by the author, and it says that this bind-up has 10. And I think it does, yeah. So anyways, I read the first 2, and my problem that I have with it, actually, out of most of the graphic novels that I've read from last month and so far, just in my life, I do like this art style a little bit better. This is kind of more of like a traditional comic book looking art. And I don't mind it. So there's that. It does have that going for it. But story-wise, some of the characters we've seen so far, like Snow White. Let's think of Snow White. And what do you think of when you think of Snow White? Everyone just think to yourselves. Just think to yourselves. Okay, in this book, Snow White is like some sort of a deputy to the mayor. She's like one step down. And she's like a boss bitch. Like a huge bitch. And very like businesswoman type of person. And I'm like, what? No. No. Snow White would, like, own a bakery. Like, Snow White would, like, yeah, she would, like, bake and cook and things or have something to do with animals. Like, Snow White would not be, like, some boss bitch, like, in the government. Like, anyways, then we met Prince Charming. And so if anyone like familiar with fairy tales at all, like there are multiple Prince Charmings. Like for sure in Snow White and in Cinderella, the prince doesn't have a name. He's just Prince Charming. Okay, so they've taken that and twisted it. And in here, Prince Charming is basically a gigantic sleazeball. He like sleeps around. He was with Cinderella and Snow White because Snow White divorced him, and then he was with Cinderella, and then she divorced him, and because of his sleeping around, and now he's just like sleeping around like in the normal world and like taking advantage of like these girls that he charms and like taking money from them and like borrowing their car and shit and like just moving into their apartment after sleeping with them one night. And it's like very cringe. And so just for me, like, I'm sorry, these are not my fairy tale characters. This is not, no. So I just stopped reading after 2 issues. And I was like, I just have to think about this because I was really not enjoying it. And yeah, while I was just, I slept on it, and then I took today, and yeah, like I decided that I don't want to keep reading, because there is not just this, there is many, many sequels, and I'm already not liking it after issue 2. So, Fables is getting a big old fat DNF. Okay, then at work today, I finished There by Tommy Orange. Wow. That was intense too. Okay, so this book, like, overall was really great. I did find myself getting mixed up of some of the point of views of the characters, and then at the end, when everything went down and they're all in the same place together, I was getting confused of who's who. There was just so many characters. So that's a me thing. I know there are other people that have read that book and obviously like thought it was incredible and maybe didn't have that problem. So that like affected my enjoyment a little bit, but it was still like really impactful and like really intense what happened at the end. Yeah. I think it's gonna be a 4-star for me, for sure. I really enjoyed it. It was a good book, and there was so much representation and so much just like a vast like different variety of characters, of types of Native people represented, and yeah, I've never read anything like that before, so we'll just be keeping our eye out for more stuff like that with real, honest, good, like POC representation, right? Then I started The Afterlife of Holly Chase. I'm literally only partway through the first chapter because things were happening at work and I needed to not have my earphones in. So, but yeah, like I'm already like, I hate the main character, but I think that's the point because it's a kind of a retelling of, what's that show called? It's like where you have, is it called Scrooge? No, Scrooge is the character. Is it just called like A Christmas Story with Ebenezer Scrooge and the ghost of Christmas past, present, and future? Yeah, so I guess like what you already know from the synopsis is that this girl is visited by the ghosts and then she doesn't change. So then, and then something happens and she dies, I think, and then she becomes a ghost. So we're seeing her horrible self, like at the very beginning, like, and how like incredibly like disgusting and horrible she is. So yeah, I think I'm hoping that her character like turns around. Obviously, like that's the goal, right? But yeah, she's so cringe. Oh my gosh. Okay, so then tonight I was planning on doing more things. I need to do editing. I need to edit like a video for Friday. I need to edit my vlog that was done on Monday. It was supposed to technically go up today, but I just like had a rank couple of days, so last night I just didn't do anything after I took my kids to their dad's. So I really need to edit. But I would like to read this tonight. It is just one volume of a manga, Our Dreams at Dusk by Shimanami Tasogari. And so, like, that should be just about maybe an hour. And then I have not touched this in maybe 2 weeks. And I'm 85 pages in. So I want to finish this and read some of this, but I also need to do some editing. And I kind of wanted to... The day has run away from me. It's already like 7. I kind of wanted to bake cookies or do something like getting ready for Christmas things tonight, but I want to read too. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe leave everything to the last minute. Maybe no one will get presents. Okay, I'm going to edit now. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hey vlog. It is Thursday, December 12th. And I'm just at work. I have a thing to go to tonight, like a supper thing for Sparks, for like all the leaders where everyone's going to it. And it's like a little Christmas party for supper and stuff. And it's like in the north end, and I live like kind of central. So, and my work is more north. So I just stayed at work. I'm like doing some stuff on the computer here. I just made my last week's vlog public, and now I'm just going to post it to all my socials. Last night I read Our Dreams at Dusk, that little manga that I showed you, and it was so good. It was really, really good, and I definitely want to keep reading and like see where it's going. Basically, like in the first page of the manga, the main kid, like his friends or his schoolmates, for some reason they get a hold of his phone and they see that, like, I don't know, like in his browser history or something, like gay porn, and he's just in a panic. Like, he obviously is gay, but he doesn't want to come out, or he's not ready to come out. And they all start making fun of him. And he's kind of standing on a ledge, basically. And he sees this woman, and she kind of, like, jumps from, like, somewhere. But she doesn't, she's, like, magical. I don't, she's very, yeah, I'm not sure about her. And he follows her, and she has this, like, drop-in center, and so he goes there, like, a couple of days in a row, and he basically starts hanging out with these people, and they're kind of taking him in, and some of them are from the LGBT community as well, and, I liked it. It's very soft. I liked it. I immediately requested volume 2 from my library. Yeah, I read it from start to finish. It was super cute. Yeah, it's what I needed. And then I read, like, I was on page 85, and now I'm on page, like, 122, 125, something like that, of The Land of Yesterday. And fuck, man, this book is so sad. Like, it's really sad. But I think I'm, like, halfway through now. It's kind of, it's very, like, abstract fantasy, and I'm just, like, confused a little bit, but you kind of just have to just read it and see where it goes. So anyways, I'm halfway through. But yeah, I have this event tonight. I'm hoping to get home maybe by around 9. I don't know how late this is gonna go, but I'd like to be home by 9. I have to do laundry. I have to, like, start doing Christmas stuff at some point. I just kind of put all my events into my calendar today, and I'm like, man, like, I am, like, running out of time. I'm running out of time. That's basically, like, what it comes down to. But I'm not, like, in a panic, but, like, I feel like I should be, if that makes any sense. I make a lot of my own Christmas gifts for people. I make, like, sugar scrubs for your skin, like, in the bath, that I give to people, and I make lip balms. And then usually also I would bake cookies and give that to people as well. But just, like, because of all my family drama and like something serious happened. I don't really want to talk specifically about it like on my channel here, so I'm not sure who watches it. And anyways, so my sister and I are having like a Christmas like at my house, and we're not going to the big family events this year because we are avoiding a particular family member. So normally I would make lots of gifts for like all my cousins and my aunts and uncles and things who I don't see. Like lots of them I only see at Christmas, and I'm not going this year, so I'm not going to see them. And it's like I could make them anyways, but then it's that much more work for me to go and deliver all of the gifts. And I did think about doing that, but just with being a single mom this year, like plus all this family drama that I'm dealing with and everything else, like it just would have been way too much. And so there is a significantly shorter list of people who are receiving gifts from me this year. And lots of them I did buy gifts instead of making them. But I still will make my lip balms and my sugar scrubs for people around me, people I, when my budgets run out and I need to give a few gifts to a few of my friends and family. But it's not like to the extent that it has been in previous years. But I'm still like, I'm looking at my calendar and I'm like, when am I going to do all this crap? And I kind of just want to read. But lip balms are really fast, so I might be able to do that on the weekend sometime. Sugar scrubs take a little longer, and obviously baking cookies takes longer too. But I've kind of been saving the cookie baking because I want to do it with my girls. So, but yeah, like, I think if cookie baking doesn't happen on Sunday, it might just not happen. Because I'm very much running out of time. Okay, so yeah, I think I've talked about everything. I kind of have to get going here so that I can make it to that event. So I'm just going to post on my Twitter and my Facebook my recent vlog that I just put up. And yes, have this event. Then I'm going to go home. Maybe I can finish The Land of Yesterday or read another, 50, 60 pages of that. And another manga. I'm going to just try to pop off some of these mangas and graphic novels that are on my list so that I don't get too backed up with them. Yeah, I think I want to read Monstrous. I think I want to read that one next. So, yeah, I might update you later. You might not see me till tomorrow. But, yeah. Okay, bye. Hi, vlog. It is Friday night. Sorry, just going downstairs. I just got home from an office Christmas party, and it was pretty good. Except the entertainment was a comedian, and he was like, sorry, I'm just gonna be doing laundry. Just a second here. So the comedian, I would say like a lot of his jokes were about young women, were about the things that young women do or say, or their attitudes, and like I think it was just like a lot of like promoting sexism and just reiterating this societal thing that we have, what says that the thing, like, which discounts everything that young women do and makes us like not confident, and it's just a lot of and I mean, sometimes he was like making fun of himself, but there was always like, it wasn't just him, like he was making fun of the women that he was speaking about as well, and like then he started making fun of the fact that people always, when people get animals like dogs or cats or whatever, they prefer to get rescues, and then it's like a thing that we brag about. And I'm like, dude, you're gonna make fun of people for rescuing animals and pets instead of what, buying them at pet shops? Like, you're a fucking loser. I'm sorry. I was like, I had to stop listening. I literally, like, I opened Twitter and started scrolling because whatever drama is happening on Twitter, like, can't be worse than this dude. So there's that. Okay, what am I reading today? At work, I read some more of The Afterlife of Holly Chase. It's all right. It's a book, you know. This is like Holly Chase is supposed to be, or she is, almost like, I don't know, like, I don't want to call her like an anti-hero. Like, she's just like a bad person. And, you know, ghosts of Christmas past, present, future, they come to her. She doesn't give a shit, basically. Keeps on being a bad person, and then she dies. And then after she dies, she gets made in, like, she starts, like, working for whoever, and she is the ghost of Christmas past. And so then we jump, like, 5 years ahead. And so I guess every year, this company, or whatever, chooses a person to be, like, Scrooge. And, like, so the people who work for the company basically study this person. They use, like, magic and science to, like, get into this person's head and their memories, and to, like, figure out key moments in their life that, like, made them start being, like, a bad person, and maybe what they can show them or what they can say to them to, like, turn them around, you know? Except this year's Scrooge is, like, a hot young guy, and our Miss Holly kind of likes him. And even though she's died, she's not like a ghost because she goes out and, like, interacts with people. It's very confusing. Like, she's basically, like, inserted herself into his life, like, and talking to him, and, like, you can see that they, like, are kind of starting a relationship, but, like, she's dead, so I'm just not sure how that's happening. And also, like, I feel like the point of the book should be her growth, like, going from being a bad person to being a good person, and seeing the error of your ways, and, like, understanding, you know, why not to be a jerk. But I'm not seeing that happening, and I'm, like, halfway through. So, it's a tad concerning. Just a tad. Then, last night, I wanted to read Monstrous, like, the whole thing, but I was getting sleepy. So, what is that? Oh, a sock. So, I still have the very last volume, I guess, or chapter or whatever to read. So I'm going to definitely finish it tonight, and then I was reading, I'm reading an ebook called Smut, and I can't remember who the author is, but it's so good. Sorry, I always look at myself instead of you. Anyways, I know that bothers some people. Sorry. Okay, so in Smut, there are these two characters, and it's definitely, like, hate to love. They are taking the same university class, but they're not, like, young university students. They're, like, older university students, like, kind of at the end of their university. They're pretty much done, I think. And it's a writing class, so they both, like, are writers and want to be writers of some sort, or authors, or whatever. And They don't like each other, obviously. And their teacher makes like the last assignment for the class to be that you have to write some sort of a novella with a partner. And of course it's random partnering, and of course they get paired together. So, but where I am, I think 40% of the way through, and like that whole storyline is over. Like they've written their novella together, and they found a way to like kind of work with each other and get to know each other a little bit. And they handed it into the teacher, and like now the class is done. So there's still 60% of the book. The female character still is like adamantly denying any sort of attraction or anything to the male character. The male character knows that he, like, obviously, like, he recognizes his attraction for her. He's not denying it to himself or anything, where the way that she is. But, she's a bit of a stick in the mud compared to him. And, she's just really, like, a serious person. And definitely not somebody that you would, like, that would be promiscuous or anything like that. Are you enjoying this ride that you're on? And, oh. And so, yeah, I'm kind of not sure where it's going to go from here, so I have to keep reading. I guess he's gotten this idea from his teacher to write, like, smut and make money off of it. And kind of that's where it's at. I'm assuming that he is going to need her help with it, and is going to need to somehow convince her. And then, yeah. So, okay, so I came home from my Christmas party tonight. I have to do laundry. I should turn on the dryer. Just for a little bit. Okay, so I have to do some laundry. I want to finish Monstrous and keep reading Smut. I need to show you the books that I took out of the library for Believe-a-thon. Some of them I can't renew anymore, so it's just the end for those books. So I'm just going to show you quickly my library unhaul, and it's going to be The First Rule of Punk by Cecilia Perez. Those ones I own. Tunnel of Bones by Victoria Schwab. Willa of the Wood by Robert Beatty. So these three are getting returned unread. I still have Song for a Whale. This one I didn't take out until much later, so I have this one until the end of the month. What did I do? I'm blurry now. There. Yeah, I have the Breadwinner sequels for quite a while, into probably the end of January. I can keep them till, yeah. But those three have to go back. And then The Land of Yesterday, I haven't read any more of it, but I'm about halfway through. This is overdue by like 3 days. So I really want to finish this weekend. So yeah, by the end of this vlog, I want to finish this one, the Smut one, and obviously Monstrous. And then tonight, we didn't make a schedule or anything. Tonight, oh my gosh, these earrings are the worst. Okay, there. I meant to start reading this one, Fix Her Up, by Tessa Bailey with Shelby and Zoe. But we didn't like make a schedule or anything, but I might do that right now. So my mom took my kids tonight. I'm just gonna sit down. My mom has my kids tonight. They're sleeping over at her house because I had this Christmas party. Super sleepy. Okay. Because I had this Christmas party. And so I'm going to be going over there at some point tomorrow. But tonight I want to finish the laundry. It's already 10:30. Tonight I want to finish the laundry and do some reading. Maybe I can finish The Smut and Monstrous. And then tomorrow morning I need to take the books back to the library that needs to be taken back. There's one waiting for me there to pick up. And then I ordered my groceries. I need to go pick up my groceries and bring them back here. And I kind of want to mix some cookie dough up for sugar cookies and then tomorrow morning bake them. But like, I'm not sure I have a lot of energy for that. Mixing up the dough won't take too much effort, but baking them tomorrow morning, like I was planning on sleeping in tomorrow as much as possible because I very rarely get to sleep in. I very rarely have a day where I don't have my kids on the weekend, so this is something like crazy that I can sleep in tomorrow. And then I want to do all that, but I also want to try to be at my mom's house by like noon. I think noon, 1-ish. Plus everything else that a person has to do, like eat breakfast and shower, you know. So I'm going to try. I'm going to get off my butt and finish this 14-minute vlog update and try to do all the things that I just said I was going to do. Okay, bye. Vlog. So it's Monday night because if I didn't go like 3 days without updating you, it wouldn't be me, would it? Okay, so from the end of that vlog, as you can see from the previous clip, I did mix up the cookie dough. I didn't actually get the laundry completely done until last night. Life. I finished Monstrous. Monstrous had really cool art. And I took it back to the library already. So I can't show you, but I did like the art. But what I'm not a fan of in, like, so many graphic novels that I have read so far is that they're very just gory and graphic. Like, I mean graphic novel, yes, but, like, really, though. But, yeah, anyways, so I could tell you what Monstrous is about, but I found it very, very confusing, so I don't even really understand the plot to be able to really give you a good synopsis or anything. There was this girl. She was missing one of her arms from the elbow down. And I'm confused of, like, how, but at some point in the book, she has, like, some sort of a demon, or, like, I don't know. He's, like, it is, like, inside of her, and then, like, but then comes out, like, through her stump of, like, her arm, like, tentacles. I don't know. Okay, there's, like, these pieces of these, like, this mask, which is very old and powerful. It's an epic fantasy, so it's, like, a totally different world with groups of people who have, like, these histories, and they, like, you know, the two different peoples fight each other and whatever, but it didn't always used to be like that, and yeah. I don't know. I really don't know. There was a group of people that were, I don't know. I don't want to say have magic, but were, like, they were part animal, some of them. And she is one of those people, but she doesn't look part animal, like, she just looks like a human. I don't know. 3 stars, I think. Like, I can't remember what star rating I gave it on Goodreads, but thinking about it now, it's probably 3 stars. Okay, then on Saturday, so I think I stayed up until, like, 2 a.m. on Friday night. I woke up at 10 on Saturday. Just basically got up and threw my clothes on and got out the door. I went to the library to take back those ones that I showed you that I need to take back, plus a couple ones that I had read. Pick up a couple that were on hold. I picked up my groceries, and then I didn't get to my mom's until around 1:30, I think, in the afternoon. Hung out there, had supper there, brought my kids home and put them to bed. Then on Saturday night, I read the first 6 chapters of Fixer Up, and I'm liking it. I like when books, like, have characters that are, like, so different from basically, like, me or anyone that I know in my life. And the female character in this one, like, the book literally starts out with her going into the male character's apartment, and the male character is a baseball player who had an injury that he wasn't able to recover from, and so he had to retire early. So I'm pretty sure he was a major league baseball player, like, and he's 28, so I think he only played major league for, like, 4 or 5 years. Anyways, it's, like, a month after he's gotten home, and he's basically just been drinking in his apartment the whole time. And so she goes, because she's known him since they're kids. He's friends with her older brother. So she's let herself into his apartment somehow. She finds on the ground in the living room, like, a pint of ice cream that's, like, half melted. She picks it up and goes, and he's, like, face down, like, naked on his bed. And she literally throws the pint of ice cream at him. Who does that? I've never heard of anyone doing that ever. Like cold water to like wake someone up who won't wake up. Yeah, okay. But like ice cream. And then he like wouldn't get up and he was just like yelling at her. She went back out in the living room and found like chow mein, like noodles, and threw that at him too. I was like, what is this chick on? Yeah, I don't know. I like it. Yeah, 6 chapters in. It's interesting. But you guys know me. I'm like really like not picky when it comes to romance. So yeah, I'm not seeing anything wrong with this one so far. I think I told you I've been reading it with Shelby and Zoe, but I think Shelby only messaged me today that she's read up to chapter 4. And as far as I know, Zoe hasn't read anything. So I've kind of put that down, waiting for my friends to catch up. I have other things to read anyways. So then Sunday, I had a really good day with my kids. I let them paint pictures and things like that to give to people for Christmas presents, helping me make some Christmas cards. I participated in Rachel Marie's Patreon exclusive live show. That was fun. That's the first live show that I've ever done. Then my kids, I baked sugar cookies with my daughters. And then that was pretty much it. Yeah. Had to give them baths and then they went to bed. And then after they went to bed, I finished the smut novel called Smut by, I believe it's by Karina Hale. Hale. I'm not sure. No, like it was good. I think I already told you like the plot up to about like the 40% mark. So I think I'll just leave it because don't need to like give away everything. But yeah, I didn't have any problems with it, and yeah, I really liked it. It's a solid like 4-star romance for me. So that was good. Today was work. After work, we have to have a quick supper, and we went to Sparks. This is the last. There'll be, I think, 2 weeks now without any Sparks after this, so that'll be a bit of a break. Got home late, and just by the time I put my kids to bed and got everything ready for tomorrow, because tomorrow is another busy day after school. Like the kids have swimming lessons, and then I give them to their dad after that. So it's like a lot of stuff to get ready. I'm just tired and I just don't feel like reading. So I don't think I'm going to read anything right now because it's, what time is it? I think it's after 11:30. What's happening there? So yeah, I think I'm wrapping up this vlog and I'm going to go to bed. So I kept reading an audiobook at work today. Holly Chase. Yeah, The Afterlife of Holly Chase. Okay, it's not great, but it's okay. And I'm at about 70%, and I'm gonna finish it tomorrow. There's 3 hours left. I've been listening to it on 1.75 speed, so it'll take me, I don't know, less than 2 hours to finish it. Yeah, so I'm gonna finish it tomorrow for sure. It's great. It's okay, but like I have a lot of questions. There's a lot of things that don't make sense. There's like something that should have been like a main the whole point to the book, like, is obviously not the whole point to the book. And it's, yeah, I talked about it a lot in my last update, how it didn't make sense because we're not really seeing, like, a lot of character development from her. And that's still the case. Like, she's really selfish and self-serving. Just it's continuing on, and we're at 70%. We're not really seeing that change at all. And it's also just been revealed at the point where I'm at that back before she died, when she was the Scrooge character and she had the ghosts come and visit her, she completely didn't take them seriously, and they basically try to find characters that correlate in the people's lives to characters from like A Christmas Carol. So, like, people that would be like I don't know, I haven't seen The Christmas Carol or read it in like a really long time. But basically, there's a character in The Christmas Carol called Tiny Tim. And if the person who is the Scrooge does not see the error of their ways and basically start to turn their life around, the Tiny Tim character is going to something bad's going to happen to them, or they're going to suffer in some sort of a way as a result of the Scrooge's actions. And, like, the Tiny Tim that was hers actually died. And when the ghosts came to her, they showed her that if she doesn't, like, you know, stop being a bitch, that this little girl is gonna die. And she fucking died. And she just didn't care, and she just didn't change. And now I really don't like her. I just really don't like her. Like, how can you... I don't know. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I think, like, they've only just revealed that, and then I stopped reading, so... But anyways, yeah, this wraps up this vlog. So for next week... Man, I haven't been reading The Land of Yesterday, but, like, I really need to finish it. And I haven't touched it all week, I don't think. I'm halfway through, so I want to read that, and then I guess I'll be reading Fix Her Up. When I'm done, The Afterlife of Holly Chase, I'm supposed to be buddy reading City of Bones with my friend Taylor. So those books should all be in next week's vlog, plus probably a couple of mangas that I have out. But yeah, okay, so I hope everyone had a great week, and I hope everyone's having fun preparing for the holidays. We'll see you next time. Bye.